This chart shows how some of our animals, the mammals, are related to some other animals, the birds. All the creatures on this chart are mammals except for the two birds. That is why the eagle and the ostrich are on the very end of the tree, farthest away from every other creature, because they are the most distantly related. The first known true mammal was the Eosostrodon, which lived about 210 million years ago during the Jurassic period. It was relatively small, about 42 inches long. The humans are related to all these other creatures because they are mammals. Every creature, except for the birds, on this list share the Eosostrodon as a distant ancestor. This is a South American giant ground sloth that lived from about 35 million years ago to about 11,000 years ago. Obviously they are extinct now, but they were in the superorder Eximethra, which evolved into modern anteaters, armadillos, and sloths. Based on their anatomy and their skeletons, it is likely that they could stand on their hind legs. These animals migrated into North America from South America during their existence, and it is unknown how they died. Some theories suggest that the radical change in the climate did them in, while some believe that human hunters killed them for food. The Glyptonaut was a creature that disappeared between 10,000 and 15,000 years ago. The Glyptodon existed in both South and North America. They are distant relatives of modern armadillos. Just at a glance, there are many similarities between the species, and the biggest difference between them was their size. Glyptonauts were most likely victims of overhunting by the humans in the areas of modern-day U.S. that are bordering modern-day Mexico. Nevertheless, Glyptonauts share an ancestor with mammals in the superorder Eximethra. That is the same order that the giant ground sloth was in, and the same one that modern armadillos, sloths, and anteaters are in. The superorder Eximethra has been traced back 59 million years to South America during the Paleocene era.
The Toxodon was an animal that lived in Argentina hundreds of thousands of years ago. It is an herbivorous mammal in the order of Notungulata. Sadly, both the Toxodon itself and the Notungulata order as a whole dies out. The latter happened about 3.5 million years ago when South and North America's continents re-established connection to each other. Notungulata fossils can be found mainly in South America. The structure of the Toxodon is very similar to that of horses and camels. Charles Darwin was the first one to collect the fossils of a Toxodon, but it was later classified and put together by Richard Owens. All of the mammals I previously mentioned existed and went extinct during the Cenozoic era, which spans from 63 million years ago to the present day. During that period, the climate was changing dramatically. About 20 million years ago, the climate became much cooler and drier compared to the dampness of the environment before.
This change in environment is likely one of the reasons that all of the aforementioned animals died out. The phylogenetic tree in the top right corner traces the lineage of modern-day ungulates, or hoofed animals, back millions of years. There are 7 living orders of ungulates and have been shown to all trace back to one common ancestor.